Chris, you called this during the week that Crewe have these spells in games, usually 20-25 minutes, when they can really damage teams, and we let that happen today.
We did. Really pleased with obviously the second half and the attitude of the players. I challenged them at half time to react to the to sort of, I suppose, the void that they put ourselves in, and they did. But in that period, yeah, I mean, one of the goals was outstanding, but for me the other three were so avoidable.
You've mentioned that in your other interview. You were clearly disappointed with the manner in which we conceded today.
Yeah, I mean, they've worked the ball wide. They've obviously passed it a few times to get the ball wide, but we let the crossing too easy. There's a player unmarked, 4 yards from our line, heads the ball home. There's the second or the other goal that happens is the ball's just played under no pressure behind the fullback, and it's too easy to run behind him and end up facing our goalkeeper in a 1v1. It's far too easy.
That's the kind of stuff you've been working on as well, but has been coming. We've seen that at home with no goals conceded.
Oh yeah, but they use the full width of the pitch, the full depth of the pitch. They pass it. They've been doing it for years. They've got different layers of players doing it, so they can change the team and the energy within that team. They all know what they're doing within that system, and they've been doing it a long time. And I suppose Crewe's biggest challenge will be holding on to them players in this January transfer window to affect their season. But yeah, I've been pleased with the fact we've been better at not conceding. But of course, we conceded 4 today, so it is unacceptable.
What goes through your mind, Gaffer, when something like that is unfolding in front of you and then there's not much you can do about it during that spell?
It's difficult. I can't answer that question any other way. I can be as honest as I possibly can. I have my personal thoughts on terms of what should be better, but I'm not prepared to share them obviously with yourself, because the things that I have to work with the players and getting better. So I won't publicly sort of critique that area, but 100% it's not acceptable.
What a response though. Whatever you said at half time, it was much better during that second 45 minutes.
Yeah, a good goal, a good dozen chances to score more, but yeah, we didn't. So it's just, I'm happy the fact they didn't let the game float away, which it possibly could have gone into sort of rugby scores. But in terms of the attitude and the grit and determination, there were still elements of that in that first half. But it's the type of goal we concede that destroys. Very similar to the Colchester type goals.
You said it already, we've got to make sure that this type of result doesn't knock confidence and that we pick up and go again. We
got promoted at Rochdale in League 2, and we'd lose a game by 4 once a month, and we ended up, I think we finished 3rd. So it was like a monthly thing that you couldn't really plan for, but obviously we won, I don't know, 25, 26 more games. So it happens all the time in football, but we've got to make sure it's not a regular thing, 100%.
Have they shown you the character after Colchester again, after second half today, that you want to see in that dressing room? Yeah,
yeah, it's a good question, but it's almost very easy to answer, because you've seen how the lads played against Bradford and you've seen how the lads played against Walsall, and there's a lot of football with not a lot of rest and travel. It's not been an easy programme for Carlisle, with the travel, but of course I've been pleased with their efforts, the physical efforts, the fact they have a little bit of rest, a bit of training and then go again. But it's a difficult physical period for the lads, and psychologically it's hard. But that's what we are. We're football players, so they're robust to that. And they gave more and did more, but we cannot let it in like that. It's too easy. The first 3 goals, by the actual outstanding left foot shot, are unacceptable, and 3 goals.
2 defeats in your 8 games. That suggests that there is a platform here that we're building on.
Yeah, that's 2 too many for my liking, and. Yeah, you could argue that. I'm happy we haven't conceded at home, but somebody will score at some stage of the season. That will happen. But it's about winning the actual game. Clean sheets are vital, but they're not as vital as scoring 1 more goal than your opponent, because that's a win.
Look at the bench, and there's a lot of young boys on there. Is that an example of what you're about in how you approach building a team for the future?
Yeah, I want ambitious young players that are committed. They don't necessarily have to be young. I want ambition in our oldest player. I want the skipper to be ambitious. You know, I want him to be the oldest Football League player playing. Why not? I want people to challenge themselves, and every day is a day to get better. Obviously, we didn't get what we wanted today. I agree that we will look to obviously draw a line underneath it, but at the same time, we've got to look at that opponent and congratulate their quality. And they've done that to other teams. They've done that to Salford. They've done it to Swindon. They've done it to big teams. So, you know, I'm finding it hard to speak because I do want to win, but yeah, I have to look at that and think the standards they're setting are something we have to look to try and achieve.
Elliot Watt, he is genuinely highly rated amongst the under-23 academy system. You've done well to get him here.
We have. He's good lads. Preston born, so geographics are good for Carlisle. He's itching to play league football. He's energised, enthusiastic, excellent at receiving and releasing the ball. Looks to obviously play in the system that Wolves play in. The 23s play the same as the first team. He's a good passer, good range of passing. But you know, playing first team football and League Two first team football is completely different than being in a system that everybody's on the same wavelength and the same thing. There's different factors that affect a game, different anomalies. There's more 6'4" strikers. There's more breaks in play, more offsides and fouls. There's a lack of discipline. There's more in lower league players in terms of staying on the feet longer. The ball's out of play more. You know, higher the ball's in play longer. The game amounts the same time, but you play more football in it. So he's used to that. So he'll have to adjust. But I want him to make a big impact. And along with if we can grab and recruit any more players.
Getting closer with any others?
Yeah, we are. But it's you know, the shop's just opened as such. So we've got to make sure that we keep our eyes open, ears to the floor. Work very hard on what's available. I've been speaking to a lot of people, which is so difficult as well at this time of the year because you got all these games. But obviously having Jacob on board helps because we can get video footage on certain aspects of players. And like I said in previous interviews, staff have been going outside their duties to watch football matches.
And I've got to ask, finally, my customary question. As we're going through the game, there's rumours about Jared. Is there anything that you know about that situation?
No, I don't know anything. He was here today. He's injured. He was sat in the crowd. But I have no information whatsoever to share with you.